So if you haven't heard, Howard Hanna in Northwest Ohio has pulled their listings from the IDX. I'm going to break down today what that means for agents and what that means for consumers here in this video. My name's Chad Leonberg and I'm a real estate agent, team owner, and digital marketer, and I've helped hundreds of agents hit six figures in real estate using some very simple strategies. So if you're interested in anything we have to offer, check out my info below. And let me know in the comments what you think this will do for the agents or for the consumers with Howard Hanna pulling their listings from the IDX feed, at least in Northwest Ohio. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so what it means to pull your listings from the IDX. Basically, all of the websites, whether it's Zillow or all the brokerage websites like exprealty.com, compass.com, Remax's site, they all pull from the same IDX feed, which pulls from about 12 to 16 fields that we put in the MLS. Say there's 150 fields that we enter different facts in about a property in the MLS. The IDX pulls about 16 of those and this just syncs it to all the websites. So when we put in a listing, it gets synced to every website that's out there. So what they've chosen to do is go with a VOW feed. So a VOW, basically when you go on Howard Hanna's site, you will only see Howard Hanna's listings unless you're signed in. If you're signed in, then you will see all of the MLS. You have to opt in, you have to pay with your information so that they can contact you and generate a lead. So, but what this means, now they're still actually giving a direct feed to the MLS and a direct feed to Zillow. It's just not going to appear on exprealty.com, on compass.com. And that this, at the moment, at least at the time of this video, that is only in Northwest Ohio, Cleveland area that they are doing this. I just wanted to break down what this means for agents and consumers because you may not know or fully understand the play here. I have no problem for agents and brokers wanting to get a competitive advantage, but I definitely think on the consumer note, this is hurting the consumer. If you list with a Howard Hanna agent at the time of this video in Northwest Ohio, your listing will not be on exprealty.com. It will not be on compass.com. It would not be on Remax. It will be on Zillow. It will be on Redfin, which to me is kind of confusing because they are now brokerages as well. So you're not getting maximum exposure. If I'm a listing agent, when I'm listing a house, I want this listing anywhere. I want it on Craigslist. I want it at the local grocery store. I may not have the time and effort and energy. All those places may not matter as much as places like Zillow or other things, but it's eyeballs. The more eyeballs, supply and demand, the more you get on a listing, the better chances it has of selling and for a better price. What if 99 buyers saw it and that resulted in one offer for, let's say you listed for $450 and you got an offer for $440, okay? And then you had one more buyer see it that didn't see it on one website, that would have if it was there. They come in and they make an offer for $445. It can directly cost you money if you're hurting exposure. So forget this move in this brokerage, any move to not display something somewhere boggles my mind. As a listing agent, for a consumer, we want maximum exposure. So I just don't see any benefit. Their logic, which was in a post by their CMO, they actually said that they did the research, they looked at the data, and the percentage of deals that fell through, I think 80% were with co-brokes is what they said, which I'd be curious to see that because 80% is, first of all, it's an even number. Generally, like 81 point something, so that's interesting to me. And all I can speak from is my experience. And, we sell 100 homes a year in Western Pennsylvania. We have a team in Western Pennsylvania and in the Tampa, Florida market. And in Western Pennsylvania, we have had a lot of bad deals with some Howard Hanna agents. Now, we've had great deals too. There's good eggs and bad eggs at every company. But they came out and said that this was their rationale. That doesn't sit well with me because this simply just plain out hurts the consumer. That has nothing to do. So they're saying what they mean is they want more of the leads so that they can control the deal and get it to their title insurance, their title services, their closing services, their lending services, Howard Hanna Mortgage, all this stuff. And also I don't have a big set of data, but I have my experience as an agent. We've had bad experiences with their closing company, bad experiences with their lending company. I'm sure there's good ones out there as well, but no solution is perfect. So for them wanting to control all this, and they don't own they have a great market share up there, but they don't own everything. There's been probably better market share in the past. It's just crazy to me. So from the consumer standpoint, which is what I'm trying to stick on in this first part of this video, it's just simply limiting exposure and forcing more people to potentially work with Howard Hanna agents And in their theory, they're saying that's better from their data. I can tell you, and I'd be happy to pull, past closed deals from my data. I would, if I was to pick one brokerage, and I'm at EXP, right? If I was to pick one brokerage where I would bet more times than not the agent would be better, it would be Remax. And the main purpose for that is generally they have monthly fees, so it costs to be there. So you can't just hang your license there and not be a kind of functioning agent. So you're if your luck of the draw is going to be better, that's just my opinion. It's nothing. I'm not saying Remax is the best brokerage or this. I'm obviously at EXP, right? But if I had to pick an agent out of a hat to do a deal with, I would generally pick a Remax agent myself. That's been my experience. So I just don't see it. I don't see the logic. I don't see how it benefits the consumer at all in any way, shape, or form. It's purely a lead grab. So, and that's fine. Don't hide behind that is how I feel. So let's talk about agents though. How does this benefit or not benefit an agent? So if you're a Howard Hanna agent, right, you would think it benefits you because you can get more buyer leads because more people will come to the Hanna site. They'll opt in. They'll have more leads. I mean, that's the point of this. We can talk anyone we want, but here we've all been so scared of the word Zillow. All of us agents have been so scared of the word Zillow, and we want to stick together as agents, right? We want to make sure because we know the value of a true expert in a transaction. So that's why we care and we advocate for that. So let's, as a brokerage, decide to not give the other brokers the ability to display our listings on their site, but let's give Zillow that ability though. Like let's just let's the logic there. I don't understand that, but okay, you're an agent at Howard Hanna and you think you'll get more leads because they're going on the site. Well, I'll tell you right now, you're going to hammer what you need to. They're saying that their deals fall apart from co-broke deals. That a lot of them fall apart that way. They don't fall apart when they're in-house. Well, if I'm going up against an agent that's at Howard Hanna at a listing, I'm going to say they're not displaying your home at maximum potential. It is a huge disservice to listing agents. So maybe you can get more buyer leads potentially because you have to make them opt in and they're on the site. They have to go to howardhanna.com and give their info. But as a listing agent, it's going to be a huge handicap. I would be stomping all over that if I was in that market because it's kind of a layup. It's kind of easy. So, just from an agent perspective, I think in the short term, maybe you get some more buyer leads. Long-term listing agents will be hurt because it's going to be easy to trump that. Also, long-term, this is not helpful to showing the agent value proposition to the consumer because you're giving Zillow the ability to have it where now eXp Realty, Compass, Remax, you name the, Berkshire Hathaway, these IDX sites don't have these listings. That is just, I'm a little mind blown at this decision. And I really, I know a lot of great people at Howard Hanna, and they really are. I think Howard Hanna, from my experience, is a very community-based, very hyper-local, very good people that work there. But, I don't know if this is a leadership decision or if it's maybe just they mean well, they're just trying to advance, their ability to grab leads, but it's just a negative result. This type of thinking is very, I wouldn't want to be, I would be, if I was an agent at that brokerage, if I was there, if EXP was deciding to do this, I would be considering moving because I just don't like the mindset there. I don't think it's pro-agent. I don't think it's pro-consumer at all. But let me know in the comments below if you think I'm crazy. If you're a Howard Hanna agent, you think this is going to be super helpful to you. I'm definitely happy to hear other opinions. I felt the need to make a video because I was personally very shocked by this decision. I felt like it's a step backwards, Today in 2023, we have transparency. That's the point of the internet, is to have a ton of data. It's not the old days of, well, I have access to the MLS book and you don't, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Other Broker or whatever, right? We have transparency. It's really made the real estate process much more seamless and fluid and easy, and made your asset more liquid because it's super available on all sites. You go to other countries, they don't have the ability to share all this information like we do with the public and with the other agents through IDX, through MLS, all this stuff. So it's a huge advantage, and I personally think this is a step back, like going into the dark ages. So I'm just not a fan. But let me know in the comments below, like I said, if you think otherwise. So anyway, I was very shocked, but like I said, I just wanted to get, my opinion out there into the world and see if I'm crazy, see if I'm wrong. Let me know. I appreciate you tuning in and watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.